they haven't, they were given a press conference today. I mean, people eat once in 37 hours. They need a little rest, and so that's when you need the second wave of people coming from nearby states and elsewhere to come and give those people a break.
Absolutely. Well, let's go to Fox Business's Jeff Floss, who's in the middle of a drastic flooding situation in Houston. Jeff?
Water's still rising, guys, out here. We are in the neighborhood where, the release from those reservoirs has driven the water up, and people have been surprised that, this wasn't supposed to happen. This is not coming from the rain. It's coming because they had to release water from the reservoirs, and that's flooding this neighborhood. You can see it behind me. We got another rescue, and I tell you, just listening to what you had to say, this is personification of exactly what you had to say. You've got volunteers, you've got the police, you've got the Church of Poder y Milagros all coming to go through the neighborhood, partner. The first responders can't do all of this. There's too many people. There are too many situations. And so, Pastor Carlos here, by the way, as we see people's stuff coming out.
Yeah, it's stuff for the same church.
Yeah.
He's Oswaldo and he's Alex.
Yeah, these are the people with the church.
Leaders for
the police officers said, I don't have a boat, but I need to get out there. They said, come with us. He jumped in the water. This person you see over here, they're trying to pack their cats up so that she can leave. They got surprised by this. And as you point out, it's everybody working together here.
Yes.
The first responders would never be able to do this on their own, as great as they are.
Yeah, we try to working together. We have to make a unit. Everybody right here, it doesn't matter, what kind of race you are. It doesn't matter if it's American, it doesn't matter if it's Asian, or China, or whatever. We want to try to do the best we can to help the people not die.
The guy in a wheelchair? Guy in a wheelchair? Carlos, go ahead. If you've got to go, you've got to go. He's got to go. This young lady is coming onto the boat now. I just want to get a real word in her ear if I can without drowning myself here. Again, police officer. He's a constable, Harris County. This young lady resisted leaving. She wanted to stay with her dad. Can you get in? She can. I want to ask her also if her dad... Is your dad staying, by the way? Is your dad staying?
He wanted to, but he has to come now.
He's coming. He's coming. Oh, there he is. I'm sorry, I didn't see him. I got it. I got the sandal. There you go. I got the sandal. Now, I think he needs a guy in a wheelchair. There's a guy in a wheelchair over there that needs to go. I think we maybe better leave the boat here. Officer, are you going to go over? He's going over. Okay. What a day. It's been I want to say it's been an extraordinary day, but in some ways it's not, because this has been going on all across Houston. I mean, this is just one little window into it. I'm trying to climb back in the boat here if I can. Yep. Okay, all right. Stand by. Yeah. Are you guys doing okay, by the way?
Yes, we're doing very well.
Did you get the cat back?
Yeah. He wanted to leave them. I was like, no. I was so mad.
What made you finally decide to leave, sir?
The police.
Yeah.
That's a good reason. By the way, this is, while they say mandatory evacuation, in the United States, there's nothing as essentially as a mandatory evacuation. Nobody's going to drag people out, but they can persuade people, especially when the floodwaters are lapping at your door. This has been an extraordinary experience.
I never knew this could even happen to the dam. I never knew.
Yeah.
I thought...
Nobody knew.
Yeah, they said this is the first time it ever happened, so I didn't even expect this to even happen, and it's just overflowing now, and I'm just really scared now.
Jeff, a quick question for you. As you got into the boat there for a long time, you've been in the literal trenches. You are in that water several feet high. We know that that's essentially the bayou region of the United States of America. Can you tell us a little bit about what is in that water, by way of, I hate to be kind of creepy, but, snakes, or are you feeling, afraid around that stuff?
Well, the better question is what isn't in the water, because pretty much everything is in this water. I don't know, Dave, can you see what there's a sheen of oil on the water? because, you know, everything floats, and, you know, everything from, you know, sewage to, you know, to graphic, but animal feces, so this is a toxic soup, essentially.
It sure looks like it, Jeff. Any sense, you say the water is still rising, it's not raining, but the water is still rising because of those levees. Any sense of how long it will continue to rise? I feel like that's a key question for a neighborhood like that.
Here's the scary part about this neighborhood. Because it is in close proximity to the Barker Reservoir, which is just, I don't know, a couple hundred yards. Yeah, Addicts and Barker are up here, the two reservoirs. Because they're so full, they need to continue to, even though it's not raining, they still need to release. Because if they don't, potentially you lose the dam, you lose the reservoir, and that could threaten another 3,000 homes with not just a flood like this that comes up slowly, but one that rushes, and that would be a killer. So they have to release the water, but when they release the water, this is what you get. And it's been rising all day, and I can't tell you when it's going to stop. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah. Jeff, have you talked to anyone who's still resisting leaving, or is everybody getting out of there now?
Well, I want to tell you, these people resisted leaving. Mm-hmm. You resisted leaving for how long?
For couple days.
Was it your mom that left earlier?
My mom, yeah. My mom wanted the whole family to leave, but he didn't want to go. And
yeah, he had a hard head, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why. And then I had to stay with him because I was worried.
Well, that's what she told me. She said that you wanted to stay with your dad. If he was going to be here, you were going to stay.
Yeah, I can't leave. I just leave him. And then she was in stress, and I just didn't.
Yeah, we got out okay, by the way. Have you talked to her?
Yeah, I talked to her.
Yeah. And the cats. And let's not forget the cats. That's the great thing about this one compared to Katrina. You know, I've done a lot, pretty every hurricane in the since the 80s. They now are allowing you to take your pets to the shelter. You know, they went through that in Katrina where people got separated, and it's been great. People have taken their animals. So
Jeff, those two individuals, how did they know they were still there? Are they going house by house? Are they waiting for calls to an emergency line? What's the procedure going on there?
We came in yesterday with a constable from Harris County who we went through the whole neighborhood, and there were some people staying, some people left, and that was it. We were good. Well, you know, these people said they were going to stay, others have stayed, and then the water, you know, then the power went out. Then the water started rising, came into the houses, no air conditioning, no, you know, but then the phones die. So people, one by one, decide, listen, I think we got to do this. And we still, there's a couple, an elderly couple, and she's got about the hardest head I've ever seen on anyone. She would not be moved as much as, you know, being nice, telling you gotta go. No. And that's, you know, this is America. You can make that choice, and they'll be back. There will be volunteers back. Obviously, here they come with the guy in a wheelchair. Oh, wow. Get down here real quick. I want to see the guy. Make sure he gets Here comes his wheelchair. And there, I see the police officers over there. Okay, I probably can't make it all the way. You got two people coming? One in the wheelchair. Is that his wheelchair there? Yeah, they got his wheelchair. They're bringing that out on a kayak, obviously. And I'll tell you, there's rushing water here. Because of the release, we're getting current, which these guys are fighting. Big, strong guy there is okay and got it. But this is the guy's wheelchair, which we're going to... Oh, what a day. Yeah, what a day.
All right. Well, thanks, Jeff.
Back to you guys.
Stay safe out there. All right, when we come back, Houston's Convention Center overflowing with Harvey evacuees seeking shelter. We'll go inside with new info on what authorities are doing to handle it next.
My poor mouth breather. Allergies, stuffy nose, cut.
Texas National Guardsmen have already been activated. The military standing by with as many as 30,000 more troops, and of course the military
don't get no louder than that.
Other first responders may not
don't get no louder than that, son.
Do you believe that the U.S. military should be activated to begin to join in these rescues as well?
Well, you might recall yesterday I told you that
interactive.
As much as we can get.
Can you dig it?
This and I'm pleased to hear that we have more coming. I know that there have been lines of communication, thin lines of demarcation as it relates to the military versus the National Guard versus the Coast Guard. But this is crisis management at its zenith, and we have to do all that we can as fast as we can. Let's help people get out of harm's way. There are people who are going to be out there tonight expecting somebody to show up and say, I'm here to help you. We've got to be there.
As night falls, we talked about this yesterday as well, waiting in those conditions during daylight, harrowing enough. At nighttime, even more dangerous. A Texas official said today that he's concerned after the floodwaters recede about people who may have been lost. He said about finding bodies. Is there a sense of how many people are not getting the help they need?
Hard to know. Hard to know because some people are within structures such that we don't know what their circumstance is. We have encouraged neighbors to check on neighbors, especially people who may be disabled, but it's hard to know. I just can only say this, my dear friend, and I'm grateful for this question. This may require us going house to house as quickly as we can, especially in areas that have been flooded for some number of time. Some amount of time that people have not been able to walk out. We're going to have to just go house
total
to house,
destruction.
Take all of the sound equipment we can.
Total destruction.
Call out the people.
This, guys, we're not even getting the gist of this. This is really bad.
On the ground, in this case,
because it's not even over.
Until we know.
I don't know if you guys have heard.
Goodness, it's
but they are
12 years,
flooding.
Almost to the day after Katrina.
The levees are
of those
flooding.
Searches after Katrina, house to house in New Orleans. Congressman Green, we know you got a tough job ahead of you. We're giving you all the support we can, and we look forward to talking again.
Well, this station, this network has been outstanding. I greatly appreciate what you're doing. People need to know that their government cares and that we're going to be there for them. You're helping us to get that message out there.
Take care of yourself. We'll talk soon. Coming up next, much more breaking news. A desperate struggle to rescue stranded residents from the floodwaters submerging much of Houston. And after record rainfall, even more is on the way now. We'll get you the latest forecast for the disaster zone.
Wow. I don't know if the little couple of people that's on the stream that even care. Yeah, I was born in Texas, and this stream is coming from New York.
Floodwaters consuming many parts of Houston. Harvey evacuees are streaming into the city's convention center. But the building is pushing 10,000 people, with thousands more expected. Officials had originally planned to house just 5,000 people there. Fox News correspondent Caroline Shibley joins us with more from the scene. Caroline.
Hi there, guys. They are well past 10,000 people. Honestly, they've just lost track. People are still streaming in. They're not taking buses anymore, but we're seeing people come in on foot. And when they do get here, this is what they see. Check it out. It is an army of volunteers. They have shirts and bedding and shoes and umbrellas, everything that the people arrived here and did not have. Plenty of people here arrived dripping wet. Some people didn't have shoes. They didn't even have time to get the basics. They are met with a blanket, a smile, and a hug. And when they are here, they are getting a hot meal. We have some adorable little girls down here we met. It's Ellis and Andrea and April. They're very good friends right now. Some are donating and some are receiving here. We have the moms. We have Angela and Afton. Angela, you got here 2 days ago, dripping wet. What, your 3-year-old daughter on this shoulder, your 4-year-old daughter on this shoulder. How'd you make it here?
We got rescued through Red Cross. And they brought the Coast Guard. Actually, we were from a boat from my apartment to the highway, and then we were like an army truck. We went to one facility, then we end up here Sunday afternoon. We've been here ever since. I was starting to see people from my apartment complex here.
Your husband's not with you, though. He stayed behind. His car floated away.
Yes.
And you've lost everything.
Yes.
And the clothes you're wearing came from donations.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is Afton. You just met Afton. Your little girls have been playing together. I think we have some great video of them playing patty cake and squealing and doing everything 4 and 5 and 3-year-olds do. Afton, you brought toys.
We did. We wanted to, we're very fortunate, and we wanted to come and bring friends and come together as one, because this is about a community. And as you can see, the girls make friends, and they're just treating them as they've known each other for the last 4 years. So.
How hard is it to keep things up for your 4-year-old and for your 3-year-old? You probably want to break down and cry, but you can't. You've got a little 2 daughters, one in a tutu, one in a Cinderella dress.
I have to be strong, and I just thank God that we're in a safe place and that we're alive. I heard there's a couple children had died during this storm. I'm glad that I have mine, and I'm glad there's volunteers in a place like this to help us. So I thank God for that, you know. And material, we'll get it back eventually, you know, but you can't get back your life. So I'm just glad for, like, this nice lady here. She bought us a hot meal, burgers and fries, thank you.
Probably the best burgers and fries you've had in your life. Now I'm going to crawl over here and talk to the girls. We've been playing. They have their crayons out. Hey, girls. Hey, Cinderella. What are you doing? Are you having a good time now?
Make her a leg. Okay.
She drew an elephant. I love it. And they've been talking. Oh, I'm going to hop you up here. I'm going to pick you up. They need to get some folks through. Here we go. You can talk on... Oh, goodness. You want to talk on this? We've been making friends here. And this is April. Are you having a good time, April? Those are her dimples. So it's not all bad here. We are making friends. We have the most adorable children, guys. They're making friends. These girls met about an hour ago. Now they're best friends. We got some activities, and the mothers have been bonding all afternoon. But you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. She is absolutely adorable. And, you know, as devastating as, in general, this is for the Houston area, and devastating it absolutely is, I gotta tell you, what you are showing us, it looks so different, so incredibly, beautifully different than the scene that was at that Superdome in New Orleans some 12 years ago. Can you talk a little bit about the energy? I know that we've spoken to those 2 moms and those 2 little darlings, but in general, it seems like the energy seems to be pretty upbeat in the convention center.
They're doing a great job. They're doing an amazing job. The Red Cross has been getting folks meals, hot meals when they can. Check out some of the clothes. She had a tutu. She was dripping wet. Literally, she had to sit on her mom's shoulder while she waded through chest-deep water. Then she got a tutu, thanks to the donations of the people here in Houston and the people who are donating on the national level. And check out Miss Cinderella, her sister here. She has her Cinderella. Do you want to come up and show us your pretty dress? Or are you into coloring right now?
Go on.
She's got a project.
That's happiness. Caroline, I got to ask you, the spirits seem to be high.
They're doing an amazing job.
Spirits seem to be high. They're there. They're safe. They're warm. They've got a hot meal. But if it sets in day 2, day 3, what are they being told about how long they may be at this particular location?
They have told us, the Red Cross says we'll stay open as long as the city will let us. The city says we are here for as long as we can. Plenty of folks here have lost everything. That's what Angela was telling us. Nothing is left in their apartment. Absolutely everything is ruined. So the next step, I think, will be when FEMA steps in, when the federal government steps in and the money starts coming in to reconstruct parts of Houston, to get them back on their feet, because literally they own nothing but a Cinderella dress, a tutu, and the clothes on their mom's back.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it's about double or more what the capacity is supposed to be. So how are they dealing with that in terms of resources and space?
They're doing good. Aren't you doing good? She's doing great. It's hard. It's very different. Yesterday, there were 2 special rooms for cots. You had one room where you took your donations and you got your hot meals. That's not happening today. Today, you're sleeping on the floor. They have cardboard. Oh, you want to go to mommy? People sleeping on the floor, the elderly, families like this. Angela, do you have a bed?
We have a cot. We have a cot.
Oh, now you want me? Oh, you're making me miss my babies from home. Oh, nice. Oh, goodness. So it's not easy. It's not easy at all.
It's not easy at all. It's not easy at all.
Looks like she's got quite a bright reporting future there, Caroline.
Aww.
Thank you so very much for coming up.
I'm signing her up.
Absolutely. Coming up, Harvey's wrath moving into Louisiana. We'll go live with the state from the very latest from the ground. Stay with us.
Here is something Unfortunately, big banks don't want you to know about your IRA or 401k.
Saying, quote, that all options are on the table. We'll take you live to North Korea. You're in the Situation Room.
I've seen